Greetings, friend. Welcome. I'm so pleased that we can meet here today to learn some important things about staying healthy, more about the human body that you need to know for your own good health and longevity. I'm Michael Sears. I'm a chiropractic physician and yoga therapist. I've been on the front lines of dealing with human pain for the last over 30 years now. And I'd like to share with you today a very important but simple protocol from Kundalini Yoga about how to keep the spine flexible and to rehabilitate ourselves from chronic injuries, chronic postural distortions, psychological issues that influence our posture, everything that influences how we hold ourselves up in gravity. Now, this is a critically important part of human health and one that has gone unnoticed and unpracticed for quite a while. Even though in 1921 science first discovered that the more inflexible the spine, the more directly that affects the quality of the organ health from the spine being stiff in that location down through the nerves into the organ, significantly impacts the health of the organ by the spine not moving well at that location. And as the spine fails to move at particular locations, musculature and other soft tissue right around that area harden up and make it difficult for blood and nerve impulse to flow from the spine, the central organizing process of the body, into the organs and into the muscles. Now, the human skeletal system, our bones, are the struts, the support system that we are to balance on so that the brain doesn't have to use its limited amount of capacity for controlling muscles to keep us upright. The more energy we put into our muscles, controlling how we are in gravity, the more brain power we're using when we could be using it more efficiently by recognizing that our bones are made to rest on. The muscles should be soft and relaxed. So people sit in meditation, sitting upright, balanced on their sits bones and their buttocks, sensing, scanning the body, trying to relax as best they can onto their bones and letting that muscular energy go. Over time, we develop a feeling tone for resting on our bones, and the tension we feel in our body, we can shift a little bit and bring that weight over onto the bones so that the muscles relax. The more we live on our bones, the more energy we have for healing ourselves in all other aspects of life. The first movement is at the navel, and all we're going to be doing is bringing the navel out and bringing it back, as if a string is attached, pulling that navel out and then pushing it back. So you extend the spine as you come out with the navel and you flex the spine forward as you come back. Now, each of those movements is associated with a breath. So each of these breaths, each of these movements that we'll be engaging today will engage a nasal breath as best you can. Breathing will take care of itself for you. But if you can keep that breath through the nose, in and out, as we go through this protocol, it will be immensely more beneficial for you. So the first movement pattern is at the navel. Out, in. And as you bring the navel out, that's a natural inspiration. We are lifting the heart towards heaven, inspiring ourselves. And as we exhale, we return back to earth. So as the navel comes out, and we'll do that for about a minute. The second movement pattern raises the movement from the navel up to the pelvic crest, those big elephant ears that constitute our hips. Putting our hands on our hips, thumbs in the back, we bring the upper part of the abdomen out, inhale, and back. That's the second part. We'll do that for about a minute. The third movement pattern is a rotation in the same area, but throughout the spine. We bring our hands to the shoulders, thumbs in the back, elbows parallel to the ground, and as we inhale, we go to the left, and as we exhale, we go to the right. 30 times, or for about a minute on that as well. The next movement is at the heart level, and we engage a bear grasp, one thumb up, one thumb down, and we create a little bit of an isometric contraction, a little pulling apart right at the heart as we do this. And as we raise the left elbow, we inhale, and as we raise the right elbow, we exhale. Now you'll see that this is not just raising the elbows. We're actually bending the spine as we do. For about a minute. The next movement is at the heart again. This time we're bringing the heart out as we inhale and back, exhale. Now don't let your head flop around like a turkey. Keep that head level, because remember, we're in the meditative posture here. We're doing all of these movements from an upright, relaxed posture resting on our bones. So keep that head stationary as you bring your heart forward. And back. All right. The next movement pattern is rotation of the neck, and we'll move beginning to the right, and the rotation pattern is going slowly like this. The chin comes towards the clavicle, the collarbone, goes straight up till it's back, and then rotates over to the other side, down to the other collarbone with the chin and across the front. We're breathing an uninhibited breath through the nostrils as we do this. After a few breaths, we'll go back the other way. I like to do about 9 movements in each direction. Now, the next movement pattern is a lifting of the shoulders. Simply lift the shoulders up and let them come down. Lift them up, and without holding on, without going slow, just let the energy drop down. Accompanied with a nasal breath. Inhaling, going up, exhaling, coming down. For about a minute. Now the last and final of these movement patterns in the Spinal Energizing protocol is a bear grip, starting at the throat. A little bit of isometric contraction, pulling the arms gently apart, and we'll inhale for 10 seconds as we bring the hands to the crown of the head. That will arch the back a little bit. Hold for 10 seconds, and at 5 seconds, breathe a little more deeply for another 5, and at 15 seconds, return to the throat and relax. We do that 2 times, 3 times, and on the 4th time, we hold 10 seconds holding our breath right at the throat, boost at 5 seconds till we reach 15, and then relax and sit for a minute or so, feeling what it feels like to have gone through this energizing protocol. Now the breathing component is very important in these movements. It may feel at the outset as if you're getting dizzy from doing this. The ability of your body to handle the oxygen level at this increased level will be immensely energizing to your life. Not only to improving the spinal flexibility, the softening of the muscles around the spine, the increase of the flow of blood into the organs and into the muscles, but also our capacity for handling oxygenated energy in the moment will increase. This ability to bring more oxygen into every part of the body, including the brain, will have untold benefits for you. You will be smarter. So, it's a simple protocol, although there are a number of things involved. And if you'll engage this protocol for just a week on a daily basis, you'll begin to understand what I'm talking about this being an energizing practice. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I will run through this practice right now, so you'll get an idea of what it looks like and how it feels. Follow right along with me as we do the Spinal Energizing protocol. When I first start out doing this, I like to tune myself in. And I tune myself in by bringing my hands into a prayer position and putting the thumbs right against my breastbone here, the bone itself. And then I inhale and exhale for a few breaths to feel the vibration of my heart with each breath. Now, you can tune yourself with your body also. If you open up your heart a little bit by just arching the back, then relaxing down onto the bones, the vibration in the heart will be much more significant. Tuning yourself in is like recognizing the frequency of your own internal vibration. We each have an internal vibration that's just like tuning in a radio to get the best possible signal. So by feeling the breath in the breastbone, in the thumbs, you can begin to understand how this tuning in occurs. Lifting the heart a little bit, you'll find, brings the station in much more clearly. Now, after I tune in with the breathing a little bit, there is a Sanskrit chant, a simple little chant that will emphasize this tuning even more. And the chant goes Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. That means I bow before my highest consciousness, whatever that consciousness may mean to you. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. and that's the Spinal Energizing protocol. This protocol and the other 3 protocols, Sat Kriya and Kirtan Kriya, are part of a larger protocol developed, promoted by Dr. Guru Singh Khalsa, Dharma Singh Khalsa, excuse me, Dr. Dharma Singh Khalsa, the founding president of the Alzheimer's Research and Prevention Institute, really the world's leading cutting edge on Alzheimer's treatment and prevention protocols. We'll be going through Sat Kriya and Kirtan Kriya all in due time. I'm putting up the Spinal Energizing protocol as the first part, and I hope you've enjoyed learning this. I'd like to thank my beautiful granddaughter Katie Hughes for assisting me in this production. And if you have questions or concern, please go to my Facebook page, The Resting Postures, for more information, and certainly I'm available to communicate directly with you in that regard. Thank you again for joining me this morning, and it has indeed been my pleasure to be with you.